Tanya and her friend, they were also about to come out just 15 minutes before, but they decided to complete one more chapter. They have complained about this issue almost every year. And every year, even in top coaching classes here, they have said that water used to seep every monsoon. 99% of the coaching centers here have something or the other going on in the basement. It's either a library or there are classes going on. If you have not opened the door by using the biometric scanner, then you are stuck also inside. So these are the kind of problems the students have been facing.
Tanya, Shreya and Naveen, all three students lost their lives in a tragic accident last night in this coaching center. Rau IAS Studies Circle right behind me. I'm in Old Rajendra Place in Delhi, and in last night's accident, all the three students were trapped along with several other students as the basement got flooded and waterlogged and they were unable to come out of the basement. Today, to understand what really happened, I'm being joined by my colleague Pragynesh. Pragynesh, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
Really a tragic incident that happened yesterday. Can you take our viewers through what happened last night?
So basically around 7:30, the water from the roads seeped into the basement of a Rau IAS Academy. And at that time, students were sitting in there, the library, which the academy has made inside the basement. And while they were sitting there, the water entered into the basement and they had no place to escape. So during that time, 7 to 8 students managed to come out, while 5-6 of the students were there trapped. One student who actually came just 15-20 minutes before the incident happened told me that Tanya and her friend, they were also about to come out just 15 minutes before, but they decided to complete one more chapter. And after that, they had decided to go out for a walk. And just at that time, the water seeped in, and the rest, you know, as it happened.
What was the reason behind the basement getting flooded? What is the report that you're getting?
So basically, this old Rajendra Nagar Naala, it is infamous for getting flooded every year. The desilting complaints have been done multiple times by the students here. One of the students actually showed me a couple of his chats where he has requested the DJB, he has requested the MCD to sort the problem out. They sent him the number of the junior engineer. The junior engineer said, I have done my work. But the area just kept getting flooded day in and day out. So the desilting was not done. Even yesterday you could have seen when the water was about a foot high on the roads, that all the silt was just lying there. And because of that, this time when the rains were too much, the Naala overflowed and the drainage burst. And that water then, the roads were too small for the water to be held here, and it seeped into these basements, and that was the reason for the flooding.
That's quite unfortunate because students have complained about this previously, but the administration failed to take action, right? So what is it that the MCD is saying right now and the AAP government is saying regarding this whole incident?
So the government line on this is that we will take action. The mayor has said that now I'm going to ask MCD to take a look into all the coaching centers that come under its jurisdiction and make sure that basements are not conducting classes illegally. But then this is a problem which has not happened this year. Students have actually said that they have complained about this issue almost every year. And every year, even in top coaching classes here, they have said that water used to seep every monsoon. It's just that this time around, it was so high that it took 3 lives. But every year, it used to be half a foot high, 1 foot high inside the basements while the classes were going on. So teachers were actually instructed to keep teaching the class while the water has seeped into the basements. So it is an issue which has been going on for years. Old Rajendra Nagar Naala problem, this has been going on for years. And every time such an incident happens, that is the line that MCD takes, the government takes, that we will look into it now. But actually, if you look at all the institutes that are in area, every institute
actually,
has...
I would like to tell my camera person to, move the camera towards, these buildings where you can see like top IAS coaching centers here. You can see the Rau IAS Studies Circle. There are really big brands here, Byju's, and on my left again, there are really big brands, the coaching centers that you can see. And what is all the more shocking is, which is also coming out, the reports that are saying that the basements are not supposed to conduct these, classes, or, as we know that the building had a library. right? So they are not supposed to have those library. What do you know about these things?
So,
Are you hearing that most of the coaching centers have these kind of basement structures
Absolutely.
and libraries running illegally inside?
Absolutely. Students are saying that 99% of the coaching centers here have something or the other going on in the basement. It's either a library or there are classes going on. In terms of Raus, I think now it has been confirmed that this was an illegal operation, conducting classes in the basement.
Yeah.
And the original permission that Raus had was to use this basement as a storage facility. And that is the same case with every other institute here. No one is allowed to conduct classes inside the basement,
Right.
but everyone is doing so, and they are doing so at the risk of students' life. These students pay almost 3,000 to 3,500 just to enter these libraries and study there. There are biometric scans that are put in these libraries to enter and exit. Now, for safety and all, it is good, but because it's a basement, and in most cases there is no ventilation apart from one exit. If electricity is turned out, which it should be, because when the water is there, if you don't turn off the electricity, there is a chance that currents might flow in.
Yes.
But
Electrocution might happen,
if you have not opened the door by using the biometric scanner, then you are stuck also inside.
Yeah.
So these are the kind of problems the students have been facing. They are kind of paying to remain at risk. They are paying the money and they are still at risk. So.
That is quite horrific actually, and in fact you were talking about this one person who came out moments before the water sort of flowed inside the basement. What was it, the conversation that you had with the fellow student?
Yeah, so he was kind of surprised and grateful at the same moment that it was just.
This is last night,
Yes,
right?
this is last night. This is last night. It is like he told me that I asked my friends to come out. Okay, some of us got out. We went for a walk, and by the time he came back, all his stuff was inside the library. He had kept his tab inside the library. He has kept his book inside the library. So he had every intention of coming back. Once he came back, he saw that the whole area is now flooded, and the police has already arrived, and there are talks of students being stuck inside here. So he told me that incident. One more student who actually was saved.
Yeah.
He told me that as I told you earlier, he was told specifically to come out by his friends. But he was like, I want to complete one more chapter before coming out. He was sitting with Tanya, and by the time he completed his task, the basements were already flooded.
So innocent lives snuffed out due to negligence of administration. There is a magisterial probe as far as I know right now, correct? We will keep bringing you all the updates on the story. Stay tuned to the IndianExpress.com, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get all the updates on the story. Thank you so much for watching.